what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of what if civilization started over. Now, in the last episode, we saw a pretty big war between the Square Alliance, the Triangle Alliance, and the Star Alliance. Let me fix this since I didn't fix it since the last episode. If we can find the right tool, that would be great. There. And the Gulf country decides to just leave the Square Alliance. Same with Bangladesh, because they find it to be pretty useless. Same with China. Now the only two people left is the red team and this military country left in the alliance. The two main ones now are just the Diamond Alliance and the Star Alliance. Now, with that settled, let's get back over here to Africa. Greece. He is doing some expanding. If I can find their color, that would be great. I believe this is it. Yes, it is. Like I was saying, they do some more colonization of Africa. They mainly colonize and settle the northern coast, where they have the most naval control, where he's controlled by sea. The second power to them is the Farmers Union, which is freaking huge. And they also expand. If I can right color this, they also expand into the Middle East a bit more. And also down here. They're having a slight issue with stability because there's such a big country, it's hard to keep up. And communication as of right now is still pretty primitive to what we have now. So it's kind of hard to get some information over here in Egypt to over here in Kazakhstan. And the Farmers Union decides to just expand a little bit more here in Central Asia. And as far as that, they declare themselves to be done expanding. Yeah, they're done expanding. Because they are afraid of losing their grip, their power. And they fear that if they get too big, they would collapse. And going back over here to Europe, we finally see France get discovered. It is the southern coast of what is modern-day France. They also see discovered islands and even in Spain. All this work is being done by Greece and supported by the Farmers Union, because they have nothing else better to do with their cash and resources. So they just fund ventures elsewhere here, like discovering into France. And the people who sell there will become French. Now this is the blue team from this. think they're a slightly different shade. Not entirely sure. But yeah, they settle over here. And start expanding kind of quickly because people are interested in this area and want to know more about it. And the capital is going to be put right here. Right here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, they're becoming pretty popular. And now there's a big collaboration from all the people all the way over here, the nations all the way over here, to fund explorations in Europe, and even some into Africa. But the primary focus right now is Europe. At least for now. I'll get to Africa in a minute. I'll get to Africa and Arabia in a minute. Well, yeah, they discover more and more of Iberia. They even discovered Lisbon. They even cross into Africa and connect up over here with what Glace explored. And this kind of like French / Spanish country continues to expand kind of rapidly, and they're gaining a lot of traction, and especially in the international road, because they are the main, I guess, base of operations for Western Europe. The point where they take Corsica and Sardinia. I know Greece kind of wanted it because it's closer to, I guess, if you want to be real, Corsica's closer to them, and they go, and Greece goes at Sardinia. But they meet up in Italy and go around the coast here, and they continue to explore into the Balkan region, even exploring as much as this. And the roadmap is getting more and more filled in as we go along. And there are maybe some other events happening that during the exploration. But right now I'm focused on the exploration and sedimentation / colonization of certain areas. Even the Farmers Union is exploring more of Arabia, while the ventures into Europe are happening. They explore more of Arabia, mainly sticking to the coast because they at least know where they're going. They just follow the coast. Because if they go inland, they might die. And they don't want to die. They explore more of Africa, kind of doing the same thing, sticking to the coast. Mainly going where they were going in Arabia. And you realize that this area goes farther than the coast of Arabia. And they explore inward into modern day Ethiopia. Even a new country might pop up here, which, now that I think about it, actually does. I'm kind of starting to run out of covers now. I might even have to start really using covers. I'm just going to have to differentiate. They even settle Arabia over here. Now since these guys are kind of underdeveloped. Besides the equipment they took with them from like the Farmers Union, which is the main exploration party here. They don't have that many people yet, so they don't have a capital yet. They're stuck in villages, and like very small towns. But as far as that, they have almost nothing. They discovered the parts over here that help them connect up with the Gulf country. They explore more of the Horn of Africa, and even discovered this island all the way out here. And our world map is looking pretty decent so far, at least. And kind of alluding to the events I was hinting at like a minute or two ago was some events in the Farmers Union. There are some upheavals with the constant expanding of the union in the country, that people are starting to get concerned that they won't be able to support all this. And they're kind of doing a pretty good job of it right now, as of a while ago. But over here in Turkey, it is Anatolia. There is a slight rebellion, I guess. Of a new country popping up, declaring its independence from the Farmers Union, and the Farmers Union is trying to make itself look good with its people. So they're going to basically let this rebellion, or I guess country, let itself go, and they agree to split, to give some land. But not a lot, at least as much as they wanted, which is this. Now this is pretty populated region, so is that this entire area was pretty populated. That's why North Farmers Union was kind of iffy on letting a lot of it go. But this country's capital city is gonna be right here. Okay, next Greece, because Greece was kind of in support of this. And over here, near Egypt, there's a rebellion that pop up. Kind of basically where Israel is. And this is an open rebellion. Basically how the American Revolution was. And there wasn't many troops over here, so the fighting over here would go in favor of the protest. But not so much up here. They're able to get pushed up a little bit at first. Then stalemate, then a little pushback, and not much. The team right now is just focused on taking out over here right now, then focusing on the main front up here. The reason why they're kind of trying to get down here first, then push up here, because most of the troops are coming from here, because the capital is right here. And their rebellion's pretty good at taking it. and they even seized some like naval ports. They went up and captured Cyprus, which was a pretty big blow to the Mediterranean fleet for Farmers Union, the Farmers Union, and the Farmers Union getting kind of scared by this, decided to donate some land, or they offer a sale of land to Crimea, or to help or support and fund the war down here, which the cash does. And their main focus is trying to get the coast, obviously, and get their fleet back over here, which they're having trouble doing. Like our main port our main naval port that wasn't on Cyprus is over here, and that's being bombarded. And there was another one over here which isn't being bombarded, which was used to make a small landing on Cyprus and take it back. And the Farmers Union agrees to try to make a deal with the rebellion to at least give it over here, which they'll do. And I guess it sucks. You gotta have to do it for the sake of your own people and make yourself look good. The capital right there. The Farmers Union is kind of seen as a bit weak, but they're also getting a lot of respect for releasing a couple of countries to protect itself, and even offers a land purchase / sale to the Red Team, which kind of needs some of its land back. Getting some land, so they make a sale of this, which helped them majorly, and it also helps relieve pressure on the Farmers Union to not have so much land to worry about. And worry about like rebellions and whatnot. And I think that's about it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!